Deep pressure therapy refers to sensory input, which is often provided by firm holding, cuddling, hugging and squeezing. Deep pressure acts as a calming or focusing agent to increase activity in the parasympathetic division and lower activity in the sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system, the ANS. This opposite movement of activity in the two divisions together works to increase endorphin levels, happy hormones, and decrease heart rate and blood pressure, indicators of anxiety and stress. Deep pressure also causes the release of both serotonin and dopamine in the brain. These are happy neurotransmitters and produce a feeling of calm within our nervous system. People with conditions such as autism spectrum disorder, ASD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, sensory processing disorder, SPD, depression and Alzheimer's and dementia often experience sensory overload, anxiety, restlessness, chronic stress which result in meltdowns, irregular sleeping patterns and poor attention spans. This is partly due to their difficulty to inhibit or filter non-essential sensory information such as background noises and their inability to calm and self-modulate. Children with sensory modulation difficulties often cannot participate in seated activities, particularly fine motor activities, long enough to complete tasks. They may also display behaviour that's not considered socially acceptable, making it a challenge for them to integrate well in social settings. For instance, my son Harry often used to pull both people and objects on top of him when dysregulated. He was sent home from school for this behaviour until we figured out why he was doing it. It's almost like sensory disorders can be likened to a neurological traffic jam that prevents parts of the brain from receiving the information needed to interpret sensory information correctly. Now, our senses give us the information we need to function in the world. Our senses receive information from stimuli both outside and inside our bodies. Everything we hear, every time we move, everything we touch produces sensations. Sensory integration is a process that organises all we receive from our bodies and the external environment, making it possible for the body to function effectively within the environment. This benefits people who suffer from chronic stress, anxiety, pain and unrest. By helping to calm people, deep pressure improves their ability to cope with stress and anxieties, give them more control over their lives, which allows for a better quality of life. For people with proprioceptive and tactile sensory seeking behaviours, deep pressure gives them the sensory input they require and crave in order for the body to function effectively for the environment. For example, when Harry and Bale are seated in public, Bale will lie on Harry's feet to be a reassuring weight and comfort.